You know, I'm always looking for like metal headlines or news or things to cover for you guys, and I swear to God, there's sometimes is such like a diamond in the rough, like a literal gem that sounds too good to be true and sounds too fucking crazy that it feels like I'm making it up, and so I just have to share it with you guys. But I'm just gonna read this out and then go into like not only my opinion on it, but just some other thoughts I had about this as a method. But a BBC News report claimed that Enter Sandman by the American heavy metal band Metallica, along with music from the children's television programs Barney the Dinosaur and Sesame Street, were used for sleep deprivation and to culturally offend Iraqi prisoners of war. So, yeah. Heavy metal as a torture device. Imagine going from fucking like that to Elmo. Like, I can't imagine sitting there and being like, I don't know, like, it's a night to like, I never cease to amaze myself with just how stupid I can find ways to be on this channel. But yeah, heavy metal as a torture device, whether it's true or not, I mean, it absolutely sounds like something America would do, so I have zero reason to not believe it. I mean, if there was a tier list of like the things Americans have done to like torture people and other countries have done to torture people, I would say that playing Enter Sandman, Sesame Street, and Barney is pretty reasonable in the grand scheme of things, but I get where they're coming from. So heavy metal as a torture device. That is kind of interesting that of all things they chose Metallica's Enter Sandman, because there is a bit of melody to that song, there's a rhythm to that song. Like, if I was torturing someone with metal, I would have definitely gone with something else. I would have thrown on some fucking Full of Hell, maybe some Merzbow, throw on some Japanese noise music. My thing is with like, if you want to use metal as like a torture device, you could kind of take it in two different extreme directions depending on how depraved you are and the results you want to get. And I understand that this makes me sound like a fucking psychopath, but I promise I'm just a very intrigued individual that likes to dive deep into fucked up things. But hear me out. I feel like Billy Mays about to like give you a fucking product commercial. Buy one, get one free. Here's how to torture a motherfucker. Sorry, I'm a little bit more zany than usual today. I have like not slept whatsoever. But first off, if you wanted sheer like ear scrapingness, you should throw on something like a grind or a noise record. You need something that's gonna like really drive someone to the point of insanity. You want that madness, or even maybe like not even if it's not the most noisy, like some good dungeon synth or like dark ambient, the type that is like hours plus of material and it's just one wave. Like that, in my opinion, would really fuck someone up, especially if you're wanting to cause some permanent damage to their hearing, especially if you crank the volume up, like if you have like a bunch of subwoofers, or maybe if they're like in an enclosed room and you have it raining down. Oh my god, I sound fucked up. But I ain't done yet. The flip side of that, you could do something really slow. Because see, here's the thing, if you have someone in solitary confinement and you're wanting to make sure they stay awake, but that you don't want to lull them too bad, maybe you could play like a really melancholic DSBM record that's really long, but maybe really shrill and brittle and raw and loud at the same time, so you could get both! Since I think like the lamenting dirge-like quality of a good DSBM record, or maybe like a funeral doom metal record, the slowness of it, especially if it's loud, depending on how the volume was and wherever they were being kept. And before I go any further, I just wanted to say this is a meme in the grand scheme of things. Fuck war, fuck torture, fuck prisoners of war. I don't like war. I don't stand by war. I am very pacifistic. So in no way am I going to minimalize the struggles of people who have fought in wars. I support veterans, I support troops, and I support people who fight on any side of any conflict as long as you're not fighting for evil. But in the grand scheme of things, that's semantics, because every side always thinks it's fighting for good, so it's relative. But like, the slowness of a funeral doom metal record or DSBM record really could psychologically fuck with someone, just because like subconsciously it's the way the melody plays out. It sounds very hopeless and depressive. So if you want the flip side of the extreme of having something be very fast and loud and heavy and aggressive, maybe have something that is very toned back and slow, because it could do the exact opposite and really like earworm into someone's head in the negative way and feed off of those negative emotions, because music is a very universal language. So honestly, I feel like Enter Sandman probably would get pretty like tiresome eventually, especially if you're sleep deprived and you have no clue what they're saying, and you're probably like starving to death and you're dehydrated and you've probably been like waterboarded with like piss and cum for like the 5th time that day. It's just kind of hard for me to put myself in that situation in the shoes of those people, because I'm someone that adores extreme metal and extreme music, so Enter Sandman is like the tamest thing known to man to me. But I'm also trying to think of it in terms of like someone that doesn't really know what that is and comes from a place where that is so different. I mean, at least Sesame Street and Barney, at least you're getting like some good life lessons in programming. I have been sitting here zoning out for the past minute trying to figure out if I wanted to say a joke that was like the edgiest thing I was ever gonna say on this channel, but I'm just gonna do it because fuck it. Do you think there was like a Sesame Street like thing that they made that was like, Elmo's gonna teach you how to strap a bomb to your ass and blow up a fucking building, yeah! If there are any Muslims watching this video, I love you guys and I'm so sorry. I think I need to wrap this up before I literally go insane on my own accord. What are your guys' opinions of this? I fully don't even know where to end this video. Where do I go? Who am I? What do I do with it? What do I do with this? Holy shit. I don't even know if I want to ask you guys to like this video at this point. I wouldn't even blame you if you unsubscribed. Thank you guys for watching. You know who it is. My name is Jay Morris, and I'm signing off saying farewell.